Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I am doing a pick a card all about what big changes are moving towards you. This has to do with Pluto moving into Aquarius January 20th of this year. Now, this is a timeless reading. However, that's tomorrow, basically, for you guys who are seeing this on Friday. That energy, Pluto in Aquarius, it lasts for around 20 years, and it brings massive change, revolutionary change, and it will affect us on a generational level and individually. So that's what this reading is about. Now, as you see before you, there are 3 piles of cards. So I've done a bit of a pre-shuffle, but I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. There's 3 crystals and 3 face cards. I will show you each card and each crystal up close so you can get a better vibe of each group. Now, if you're drawn to more than one group, there probably is more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 1, all of you that selected intuition and you were drawn to the Lapis Lazuli, this is going to be your reading all about the next big change coming towards you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Yes, your auntie's tongue is heavy, so because of my medication for my autoimmune disease. So anyway, I have quite a bit of a pre-shuffle here, but I do have some tarot here I may draw for clarity. So let's get into it and see what is the next big change coming towards you. So I want to pull from this deck. So let's see here. We have mindfulness. Okay, really feels appropriate with the intuition here. We have cast away negativity. Okay, we have divine guidance. Try not to get the glare there. Okay, we have these 3 cards. Oh, we'll show that in a minute. All right, you got a preview. We have ascend. Ooh, that's beautiful energy. We have landing. Ah, okay, and we have the end. All right, I'm getting a high pitch ringing in my right ear right now. We have Mercury, mind. Okay. We have the end of a tough cycle. So we have the end and the end of a tough cycle. We have adjustments are required. And we have 33, awareness of cosmic influences. I don't want to get the glare there. There we go. And we have rescue, Gemini. All right. So a lot of really beautiful energy. You guys can see. Let me lower you guys a little bit. We're going for a ride. Woo! That's a little better. Okay. So a lot of really lovely energy. Okay. I feel like you guys have had a time with negativity, negativity and blocks in your intuition, blocks in knowing, like knowing how to move, confusion. And with the landing here, I'm wondering if there's been some kind of, if you've been asked to leap or do something and you've been pausing a bit on that. Is there a glare there? Let me see. No, okay. You've been pausing a bit on it, or you've been reluctant to do it because you're kind of afraid of the landing here. We have Temperance with the Ten of Wands. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have Temperance here. Um, yeah, I feel the oppression with the Ten of Wands. Yeah, with the castaway negativity. I feel like the last, for some of you guys, it's like 10 months. For some of you guys, it's a year, 6 months, some longer, but I'm getting like 10 months. 10 of wands here makes sense. Lots of oppressive energy. Some of you guys have had like some serious struggles. Um, it feels like money, or priority, like not knowing where to put the money or where to put the priority here, which bill to pay, which way to go. I also feel like this could be in a career path. And it feels almost like a blockage in like your spiritual eye, your intuition. I feel like your intuition, that doubt, that uncertainty, is about to be relieved. Okay, because I feel like there's clarity coming in your intuition. You're going to become very aware of your deep connection to source, your guides, the universe. I feel like you're going to be deeply connected to this Pluto in Aquarius. You may be an Aquarius. You could be a Scorpio as well. You may be an air sign. You may have a very important kind of natal aspect with Pluto, or with Aquarius. Um, I'm a northern node Aquarius, and I'm feeling the energy really powerfully. So you may be an Aquarius rising, or you may be Aquarius sun or moon, or something like that. We have mind here as well. Um, we have divine guidance and temperance, and I feel like you're going to be very guided. You're going to feel very guided. Okay, you're going to feel like the hand of the divine is upon you, when you tap in to this intuitive gift. Some of you guys are going to recognize your gift powerfully for the first time, really. You're going to come out of denial of it. And for others of you, it is a third, fourth, fifth level awakening of this gift. Some of you guys are going to have like ascension experiences, that are like radical and life transforming. We're talking ego death, we're talking intense meditative experiences. I'm seeing like an active Neptune energy, Pisces are really strong here. um, I'm feeling like active dreams. Some of you guys may become more aware of what you're doing in um, in astral. And it feels like with this, the end of a tough cycle. I feel like this cycle has been with the Ten of Wands. It has been emotionally tough, but I feel with this a lot of mental energy. I feel like there has been a lot of worry, anxiety, and grief here. And I feel like you've tried to really be positive. You and a lot of you may be very frustrated because like I feel this energy of I've been walking the walk. I've been doing the stuff, but I just how do you continue to do this in the face of so much negativity? And that energy can really get you kind of stuck, because it is hard. It is very difficult. I'm not saying that right now on the planet is the easiest time to be alive and do this work, okay? Right now, those of us who are here doing this work, this is absolutely the path of self-mastery. Don't fool yourself, okay? This is one of the toughest times on the planet to wake up. It's one of the toughest times on the planet to do anything, really, like growth, um, any kind of like movement up the ladder of poverty, any kind of movement up the ladder anywhere. It's very difficult, just because there's so much more force put back into the oppressive machine, because so many of us are finding liberation. Okay, so clinging at it, um but I feel like for a lot of you there's going to be some kind of let's pull some more tarot. I want to see what the cards say, but it feels like there's going to be some kind of ascension event, and I don't mean that you're going to like float up in the sky. Okay, this kind of is because, for some people that's a very real thing, and I'm not poo-pooing that. Okay, but this feels like with the mind here, it feels like a leveling up of self-knowledge. It feels like a clarity. It feels like a oneness with intuition. I'm sorry, I keep saying ums as a bad habit. But it's the end of confusion. It's the end of stagnation for stagnation's sake. It's the end of self-sabotage. We have the lovers here. It's the beginning of the path of the knowledge of self. The lovers isn't, I always try to point this out because people see the lovers and like, oh, that's about me falling in love. It's also about you falling in love with your damn self. Okay, this is about self-knowledge. It's the path of mastery in many ways. It's the path of balancing of the masculine and feminine within self. It is the awareness. Adjustments are required. Balance needs to be had. Balance will come through these awarenesses. And with the balance, many times, the adjustments can be bumpy. Okay. But I want you to know with the landing here, these endings, these changes, because I'm starting to feel now cast away negativity. I'm starting to feel the release of some of this negativity, the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is psychic. She's empathic. She's high feeling. She's highly intuitive. And I feel like you're going to know that when the release of those who are no longer serving you happens, I feel you'll know it's the right thing and you'll land fully on your feet. I feel a lot of confidence. There's so much mental clarity showing up here with these cards. There's so much awareness of I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. We have rescue here with Gemini, okay? And I feel like there's this energy of like having this moment of self-awareness, of self-knowledge, of true knowledge of self, and knowing which way to sail with this Knight of Cups here. Going to get your cup, being offered the cup and wanting and knowing how to move forward. It's going to feel like the divine is coming in and blessing you or rescuing you in some kind of way. But it really is of your doing. It's you listening. It's you being able to hear and translate the message. It's you being able to read the map, maybe for the first time in your life. And it doesn't mean that along this journey you won't at times be confused, but I feel like when you are confused, you will know how to cope with that. You will have clarity about how to get clarity, if that makes any sense at all. We have Strength and the Page of Cups. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm feeling like there is just, I love these Garbage Pail Kids cards. They're great. I feel like this energy of, and I'm reading this empathically, like intuitively, like it feels like you are going to learn how to fill up your own cup even more, and you're going to see how your intuitive gifts actually work. See the fish jumping out of the bowl, the head bowl, into the cup. It's almost like you are manifesting this cup and you're going to see how it works. You're going to see more of your manifestations happen. You're going to see how this Knight of Cups gets this cup. It's like the road to the manifestation of your cup. And it feels magical. It feels so beautiful because I feel like with the end of these very oppressive cycles, there's powerful manifestations here. But it's not without work. It's not without focus, okay? This really has to do with you getting clarity and understanding that this page is putting work in to get the fish into the cup, right? They're putting work in. They're putting work into the manifestation. Okay. Um, and I feel like, the Ten of Wands is about work. It's about overcoming obstacles. It's about taking on your oppression, your issues, and, having a moment of overcoming. And I feel like you will be overcoming a lot of this negativity, a lot of this oppressive energy, because I'm moving into a more triumphant energy. And I got to tell you, I feel like, I feel relief. That's what I feel. I feel relief in this energy of, as I focus on these cards here, I feel a relief of, I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm exactly on the path I want to be. And I'm manifesting exactly what I want to. See, that's what I feel here. I feel like I'm on target with manifesting exactly what I want to. Um, and I feel like for a lot of you, this is a very emotional pathway. Like there will be a lot of positive emotions, and your emotions are part of your intuition, don't forget. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of emotional hits. Um, your emotions are going to become more active. We have Judgment and the Knight of Coins. I feel like there's going to be a lot of good material positivity, if you will. Like there will be more abundant energy come towards you with these better judgments that you'll have. I feel also like good karma in the area of financial gain here, but this is gained through the clarity of your decisions based in the power of your intuition. So it's really important that you make decisions based on your intuitive hits, that you allow yourself to develop your intuition, your psychic ability, that you hold space for your gut. And I don't see a lot of impulsive cards here. It doesn't say, oh, when you get the drive, just do it. I do feel like with a lot of these mind cards that for you, it's about getting the intuitive hit and considering it in a logical way, making a plan, grounding that thing, and allowing it to bubble up, okay? Because I do feel the powerful change here, okay? There is changes in, we have the Knight of Coins here. There's changes in money here. There's changes in emotion. We have the Lovers. I can't ignore that. For many of you, your love life is going to change. There's going to be deeper, more meaningful connections in your life. I do feel like with the Knight of Coins here and the Ten of Wands, I do feel an accomplishment in your career or money. I do feel a lot of this clarity will bring an offer or offers to you. They may be slow moving, they may be slow to ground, but they are strong offers, they're real offers. But it's very important for you to use your intuition and your judgment, okay? Um, and it's important that you know yourself. Some of these offers, because you may get multiple offers, and I feel like it's very important for you to know yourself well enough to know what you can and can't do, to know what you do and don't want in an offer. And that this is love, career, friends, whatever, okay? I really feel like this is a radical awareness of self that brings an evolution of your life, into the life where you're living the life you want to. You have the relationships you want to. You have the job you want to. Now, in a fairy tale world, it will all manifest perfectly and exactly how you want. Understand that manifestations manifest at the highest possibility possible within what the universe or your guides or whatever have to work within your life, okay? And it's important to be flexible, all right? Because as you grow and change, your manifestations will grow and change. I guarantee you the things you wanted 10 years ago, more than likely, not all of you, but more than likely, have changed. You don't want the same things because you've matured, your needs have changed, your wants have changed, what you want to experience in life may have changed, your health may have changed, you may have kids now. So always be flexible with your manifestations and understand that they're going to morph, they're going to change. And for many of you, the self knowledge that you're going to gain during this time of Pluto in Aquarius is really going to help you not only fall in love with yourself, but fall in love more deeply with the person you're with or with someone who's approaching. Okay, because for some of you, I cannot ignore the romantic energy here. The Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Lovers. It's all very romantic, okay? So, but I do feel for most of you that romantic energy is very, it really has to do with like how all this other energy manifests, okay? It's almost like as you grow this intuition clarity, as these other things manifest, the love kind of comes as an energy that's being attracted to you. All right. It's not really, I don't feel like it's the goal. It's like a side effect, if you will. All right. Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarots, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected Luna and you were drawn to the Pyrite stone. This is going to be your reading all about the next big changes coming towards you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. I have a bit of a pre-shuffle, but I do have some tarot here that I will pull for clarity if I need to. So I usually do. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to pull these cards right here. You have Luna, a very mysterious card. Also about your wild side, releasing your wildness, hidden secrets and mysteries. So let's see what else came out. We have Eternal Charisma. Ooh, that's a beautiful card to have. We have Growth of Energy. Awesome. That's an awesome change. Success. You got a success card. Yay. That's awesome. We have passion. Ooh. I love this. I love this already. Yay for you. Yay for you, group two. We have unknown. Okay. All right. We have freedom. Okay. And we have past. All right. This is good. This feels really, really good. Let's keep going here. We have Jupiter benefits, Jupiter return benefits. Ooh, this is a good card. This is a good card. We have Acclaim, Sagittarius. You guys, what are you guys working on? Okay, what are you working on? Because acclaim means like acclaim. Like you're noticed, people see you. We have creating personal space. We have manifesting the future. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm so happy. We have you are good enough. Okay, you are good enough for this change, you guys. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, I feel like you've been going through that. We have memories of Atlanta, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Ooh. Do you guys have a platform or something? Some of you guys probably do. You probably can't see all the cards, but you see most of them. This is awesome. This change feels so good, okay? But we have the unknown here. And we have this mystery with Luna, hidden secrets and things. And I feel like for a lot of you, and it may not be that, you have a platform or you may not be in front of the public. This may just be in like your particular area, okay? But I feel like in general, what you don't really see, it's almost like you don't see this coming, okay? there's going to be more attention put on you. And there's going to be a lot of benefits that come from this, okay? Um, and I'm getting like it's an energetic upgrade for you. And it has to do with the fact that you have healed a lot from the past. You've let go of the past in so many ways. You have created personal space from this past. Okay. For some of you guys, this is literally like letting go of trauma, letting go of baggage, healing, and you're finding freedom from it. Okay. This may be a process that you undertake during the next, 20 years. You let go of this. Okay. And it brings you a sense of freedom. Some of you guys are already working on this, and your freedom is coming through this shifting of the Aquarian energy. But there's a freedom that you have never felt before. And it's going to feel very unnerving to many of you. It's going to feel like a leap. See, she's kind of standing over, and it's like leaping into the unknown, because you're free. You can finally do the things that you want to do. You can finally attempt to do the dreams that you want to. This Luna card is about dreams. It's about, the manifestation of dreams. And it feels like for many of you, with this eternal charisma card, it's almost like there's an awakening of this self within that is very charismatic and is very likable, and people like you. People are drawn to you, and it has to do with you leaving the past behind and diving very deep into your passion, okay? And it's almost like you give yourself permission to be this passionate self. It could be that this is passionate about an art, a job. I feel some of you guys are artists. You're like very oppressed artists. Like people never supported your artistic voice, and now that's going to happen. Very Aquarian energy. You may be a Pisces, Taurus as well. You may be a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Libra. A lot of Libras are very creative, but they tend to support the arts a lot, but a lot of Libras kind of stifle their own creativity. I see that transforming as well. You may be a Sagittarius. There's Sagittarius, I think. Yeah, Sagittarius on the table. We have Jupiter, Sagittarius again. But I'm feeling like it's like you gain confidence in whatever. I feel like there's a gift, an ability here that you unearth through this process. You gain confidence in this ability, and it brings you a lot of benefit, and it's like you commit to it. It's not that your commitment is tested. It's like you commit to it. You focus in. Some of you guys have been doing this. Some of you guys will be doing this, but you focus in, and no matter what comes your way, this is what you're going to be doing. And your motivations may morph and change. How you do this may morph and change. The modalities, the skills, the whatever may change. But your basic vision, what you're doing is highlighted. You're focused in on it because you know that this is for you. You know it is for you, this success. There's a lot of growth. You grow a lot. There's a tremendous amount of powerful growth, and you tap into this charismatic self who is very successful, okay? Let's pull some tarot here. I want to know more. Because there's a claim here. And for some of you, I would be remiss if I didn't say, like, if you're trying to get noticed, if you're trying to get noticed by a lot of people, I feel like, the next 20 years, you have a claim on the table. So it's quite possible that that is in the cards for you, okay? And everything you're going through right now is to prepare you for this attention, this good juju from Jupiter. Some of you guys may have been doing work with Jupiter. You may have been doing Thursday work or with the energy of Jupiter. And I feel like your Jupiter work is going to pay off, okay? There's something about, I'm hearing like fame, famous, notoriety, well known, known for, that kind of thing with this group. We have the Five of Wands here. But, you know, there's work here. Like it's not just, doesn't just like come to you. Okay. It's not just going to like fall in your lap. Okay. There's work to get free. Okay, so many of you are working on this. You know, some of you have just gotten started. It has to do with letting your past go. It has to do with all the work, all the growth it's going to take. Some of you guys have untapped potential here that this Aquarius Pluto energy is going to help you transform because you're manifesting the future. We have death. Pluto on the table, you know, a radical transformation. And I'm really being called to this manifesting the future card. Tell me more about this death, I feel like also the denial of self, the denial that you have right now of your gifts, the denial of, I feel self-sabotage, the self-oppression, the keeping yourself small, the keeping yourself like away from the possibility of success is going to be removed. I'm starting to lose my voice. I feel like a lot of you guys have been stifled. And that stifling energy is going to be relieved. Okay. You're going to feel a lot of freedom, a tremendous amount of freedom to be creative, to be who you are, to be passionate about what you want to do. You're going to be encouraged. I feel like spirit is going to encourage you. These two cards here, we have the moon and the Six of Cups, you guys. Massive healing. I almost feel like Cancer energy. I feel like the universe itself is going to nurture this and help you grow. I feel like you're going to get people moving into your life. And these people are going to be people from past lives, people, important people in your soul tribe. I just did a soul tribe reading. You might check it out. There may be some information in there for you. We have the moon here twice. You may be a Cancer. You may do work with the moon. You may be a witch and you work with the moon a lot. But I feel like there's going to be important people that come into your life during this time, very important people. And a lot of the work that you're doing or have done is preparing the way for you to be open to the unknown, open to possibilities that you wouldn't have been open to before. A lot of you have this eternal charisma within you that you haven't been able to let out because of your past. And some of this is trauma. You've had to kind of, like I said, stifle, muzzle yourself, and you're going to feel a freedom to be who you really are without apology. And for many of you, it's going to help you tap into your gifts, your abilities. I feel throat chakra activations and openings. I feel third eye activations and openings, heart chakras. I feel the healing of your solar plexus, your sacral really opening up with creativity. And there is a lot of healing going on. And I feel like for you guys, you will know and recognize your soul tribe and they will trickle in. And I feel like these are creative people. And whatever this area is in that you get the acclaim or your mind, what you're thinking, or whatever this is for you, because I feel so many different things, right? I feel like they will trickle in connection with this. Okay. These people will encourage you. They'll be very encouraging and extremely supportive. Okay. Because some of you guys have not had that in your life. All right. And I do feel like, you know, there will be along the way the people who want to invest in you and help you. Sorry, I had to clear my voice. My throat keeps trying to close up. The people who want to invest in you, they will want to see your commitment. So it's really important that you are very stable. And that's something that you might have to work on. Stable with your work, um, and very grounded. Okay, so that's part of the pot. That's part of the the path you're walking. That's part of the progress you're making, is becoming more stable in your life, more stable emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Some of you guys have health issues that really, before you can begin this passionate kind of journey, you have to kind of get a hold of the issues you have that are blocking you. And I feel like a releasing of a lot of blocking energy. You might be drawn to group one. Group one had some of that going on as well. But I feel like with the moon here twice, I can't ignore the fact that a lot of you have a lot of intuitive gifts, a lot of artistic gifts. And I feel like you guys, there is success on the table, and it's very connected to that. And I feel like those of you who are in denial of that, you need to give yourself permission to hold space for your gifts. Okay, just begin to hold space for it. Okay, if you guys have never worked on skills to develop your gifts, give yourself space to do that. Start making, like, if it's art, invest in a few artistic supplies. If it's something else like a cooking or whatever it is, invest in a few things. Try a few things. Start putting a little bit of energy into it, and you'll see that you will be validated. You will be supported by the universe, because that is part of what people are going to see with this Pluto in Aquarius, is a active conversation with the universe or your guides or whatever's meaningful for you. You're going to start to see more and more of this kind of universal beneficial energy supporting these positive steps forward. Now, it doesn't mean that it's just a cakewalk. There's work here to do with the Five of Wands, okay? There's work here to do. There is, a time of transformation with Pluto. And it's not always with Pluto in Aquarius, and it's not always easy. Okay. There may be patterns and systems within your own life that you have to really transform. And it can be hard. They can be foundational. There may be a way you're living. There may be a place you're working. There may be a way you think or behave that is blocking this energy. It may be a structure within your family that hasn't been supportive. This is big for a lot of you. You have not been supported in your life. I may have gotten this in group one too. A lot of you have not been supported with your abilities, your gifts. You haven't gotten positive reinforcement. If you have, it hasn't been stable. It hasn't been consistent. Or you have gotten outside support, but you've never really bought into it. Like, you don't really believe you can do these things. And Pluto in Aquarius comes in to transform that. And for you to heal a lot of this, some of you guys have some self-esteem issues, and there's a radical healing of your confidence. Now, understand, this is a 20-year cycle. So, you don't just wake up, although some of you may wake up and just feel better. But if you've been on this path and you've been working this energy, because a lot of us, especially if you have Aquarian energy in your chart in a meaningful place, a lot of us have been working in this energy for a while, because we've seen Aquarius and Pluto for a few times already. It's dipped in and out already in the last few years. But now we're fixing to see it go like long term now. So a lot of us have already been working in the energy, and we've healed a lot. And so now we're ready to go full force into it. And it's really going to do a beautiful, magical work in a lot of us who've been doing the work. And some of us are just going to get started. Just know, for those of us who have been on the journey, it takes time. All right. And you can't cheat it, your process. You can't skip steps. If you try to skip a step or kind of circle around an issue, Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring it back. Okay. Now, understand, Aquarian energy is very airy. So you may find that there's several areas in your life that are kind of like going through transformations at the same time. It can be overwhelming, but understand this is how Aquarius works. Aquarius, the energy of Aquarius is one that has a lot of, imagine someone with many plates spinning at the same time. You know, someone spinning plates, if you've ever seen that. If you haven't, you might want to look it up. They have many plates spinning, and they're able to spin all those plates proficiently. Okay, that's Aquarian energy. They're able to handle a lot of plates at one time. If you get overwhelmed, you can rest. Okay, you don't always have to spin all the plates at one time. You can choose and prioritize which plates to spin. Okay, if Aquarius gives you too much, all right, it's always your choice. Okay, I know that when I was going through a lot of this transformation, because like I said, I'm an Aquarian Northern node. I don't know if I said it in this video or the other one, but I've gone through a radical change in my own life, really moving into the Aquarian Northern node energy, and it's intense. It's also at times can be very slow moving. You feel like you're stagnating, but that's not real stagnation. That's actually you've slowed down to heal. You've slowed down to kind of get new awarenesses that your healing has brought. You're slowing down to gain wisdom, sometimes to switch those tracks from one spinning plate to another. And you have to be really, really patient with yourself and compassionate because people will leave your life. Okay. 80%, I think, usually has somebody leaves their life. It's just part of the transformation because not everyone is meant to go with you on the Aquarian age ride. Okay. It is a ride that will cause some people to just, part. And it's really important, group two, that um, you kind of go into that knowing that and understand that it really is being done for your higher good. And it does make room for other people. But honestly, more so, I've discovered it makes more room for you. And I think that's the most magical truth that I have found because I wouldn't say that in the last year I've gained more people in my life physically, but I've gained more of myself. I know myself better now than I've ever known myself before. And I feel like that is worth it all because just like 5 years ago, I wouldn't say I knew myself, you know, the very shadows of myself as well as I do now. It is a path of self awareness that's very powerful and will be extremely transformative for you, group two. And I share my experiences as an effort to help you guys know that you're not alone. And, I've walked some of these pathways myself and they can be heavy. I think it's wrong to get people all, pumped up for the success and not let them be aware that, hey, there's some other shit to do. And, there may be times where you feel like you're stagnating. You feel like you're not moving. Understand that's not what it is. You're healing. You're applying wisdom. You're giving yourself some compassion and some time to slow down and kind of accumulate knowledge and awarenesses. We're not used to that. You're getting in receivership is what's happening. You're learning the give and the take of the universe, which many of us have never even thought of. We have never even been taught. We don't understand it because it's not even a concept that has been brought to the front of our consciousness. And that's something that we need to learn, the flow of how things work in your life, not just in my life, but in your life, because it's very individual. I think spiritual paths and growth and things like that, they're so individual. And that's why I always tell people, I look at people like, each of us have a universe within ourselves, and the rules for those universes are very individual. But at times we kind of collide and we get to share experiences. We have some collective shared experiences, but ultimately we have these individual universes that, although I can tell you about mine, you can never truly experience what it's like to be me. You see what I'm saying? So it's very powerful when we get into like Aquarian energy, and we get in, because Aquarian energy is very collective. It's worried about the collective. It's concerned about what's going on for all of humanity. And so on an individual level, we have people getting concerned about how their life subconsciously affects the collective. So we have people wanting to like aspire to their dreams and aspire to be better and heal and grow and expand and do amazing things and live to their highest potential, because ultimately, on a not super subconscious, but super conscious level, we want that for humanity. We want humanity to grow and evolve and expand our consciousness and expand our abilities and expand as a species, if you will. So it's a beautiful energy that will transform. It will absolutely transform. In 20 years, we will be a very different society. And that change will be absolutely radical. Okay, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Learn the Truth and you were drawn to the copper piece here. This is going to be your reading all about the next big change coming towards you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so I have quite a bit of a pre-shuffle here. You have a lot of cards, so and I do have a tarot deck here, so I will be pulling from that as I need to for clarity. So let's get into it and see what came out for you. Let's get this card first. Let's see here. We have Union. Oh, okay. Well, this card right here, Learn the Truth, is about sitting with an uncomfortable truth. Okay, and we have union. So we're just going to leave this right here. Okay, we have welcoming the help of others. Okay, we'll move that right there. Put that right there. Okay, we have time to release negativity. Okay, your dreams need a practical plan. We have safe travel. Let me move these down here. Safe travel for that. We have divine matrix. It says interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. We have Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Scorpio, I transform. Wow. Okay. We have this card right here. We have happiness. Oh, you guys. Oh, this is happy. Happy time. This is happy, happy. Okay. We have initiation. Okay. We have presence. All right. And we have commitment, you guys. Some of you guys are not happy with this. You don't like this. It's okay. I get it. I get that you don't really want this, okay? Some of you guys don't want the love thing. I get that, okay? So, if you don't want it, that's fine. That's okay. That's why I transform is here, that's why Scorpio's here. Okay, that's why Learn the Truth is here. That's why you have union and commitment together. Okay, we have sisterhood. All right, we have justice. We have self-trust. We have ingenuity. And we have compassion. I got to tell you guys something. You know, I get the feeling here for you guys. Let me see if I can give you guys a better view of your cards. We're going to go ahead and bring it down just a little bit. We'll cut his face off, but that's fine. Um, I get the feeling here that there is a denial of happiness. Okay. Some of you guys just are uncomfortable with happiness, or you have never really had a lot of happiness. Maybe life has been really hard, and so it's hard to trust it, right? With self trust here, it's hard to trust happiness because, it can be something that comes and goes, right? Um, and I just don't feel like you've had a lot. Some of you guys have never really been happy, and that's a painful awareness to think you've never really been happy, right? Um, and I feel like a lot of you may have friends, but I don't feel like you've had like deep connections. If you have, it's been very few, okay? I feel like you guys have a lack of compassion for yourself. And for some of you, you're almost ruthless with yourself. Um, and part of this learn the truth is you have to sit with the uncomfortable truth that there is someone worth opening yourself up for. There's a presence, okay? Um, and with the safe travel here, I get like it's going to be worth you moving towards or traveling to or opening up to. Like there's going to have to be energetic movement, okay? And with the synchronicity, the God incidences, the interconnectedness, I feel like this is a deep connection, all right? I feel like with sisterhood here, with Taurus, we have Taurus Virgo here, earth sign energy. They may be an earth sign, this person, these people. Because I also feel soul tribe with sisterhood. I feel like you're pulling people to you. You are. And I feel like some of you guys are not really open to a lot of people. And I feel like at the heart of you is this feeling of isolation and loneliness, like feeling like no one really, it's like the awareness of the truth that no one really knows you. You feel a little unseen, or a lot, some of you. And it's like you start to have compassion for that in yourself. Like, yeah, I don't disturb anybody, and I don't disturb anybody. I don't cause problems, and I don't cause problems because I'm not seen. I go along with it. I don't cause problems. And I feel like some of you start, like, now this won't be out for all of you, but some of you at times even wonder, am I an NPC? Because it feels like it. Because I feel like, do I matter? Understand that this is coming from you, okay? Because you have devalued yourself by not understanding that you are worth knowing, okay? This is a hidden truth within you. The reason why you don't let people in is because you deep down don't really feel like you're worthy of having friends or worthy of knowing, or people will stick around with you. You may have abandonment issues, and I certainly don't want to tap into any of that. And that leaves you absolutely, a lot of you, closed off to love. And many of you have had very bad experiences in love, um, and relationships. You've been taken advantage of when you've let people in because you haven't held your good boundaries. You've attracted toxic people with this negativity, sometimes people with addiction issues or narcissistic tendencies, which has activated your own toxicity, because we all have toxicity. So you haven't really experienced a whole lot of happy union energy. And you haven't felt safe in a lot of relationships. You've always kind of hid a lot of yourself. And so in walks Aquarius and Pluto. In walks a radical change for you. And it feels like it starts with this transformation of self, where you become aware it's time for you to release negativity, these limiting thoughts, because you don't really trust yourself when it comes to people. You don't trust people and you don't trust yourself, because so many times you've made the wrong decision in relationships, or you've said too much. You may be one of those people that overshare because of trauma. You trauma bond with people, or you trauma dump with people, and no judgment here. But sometimes you may scare people away. Perhaps you feel overwhelmed. You have social anxiety, and you just come to this awareness where it's time for you to get real with yourself and sit with these uncomfortable truths about how you keep people away. I feel like a lot of you may have had these outside ideas about why people stay away from you. But the truth is, it's you keeping people away from you. And the truth is, let's just be real clear here. If you've been traumatized, many traumatized people feel safer alone. They feel more calm alone because no one can hurt them then. But that safety you got when you were alone, when you were being traumatized, that was a survival mechanism. And you have grown. And we're going to assume no longer in that situation. So you no longer need that survival mechanism of isolation. Now it's time to transform and heal. And please seek help if you need it. Okay, that's what therapy's for, to teach you coping mechanisms, new coping mechanisms. Now it's time to expand. Now it's time to, start looking at yourself and healing yourself. And one of those is the self-awareness that you are worth knowing. You are human. And I feel like a lot of times when we isolate like this and we hide ourselves, we often forget that we are human and we have emotional needs. We have physical needs too, as human beings, to be with other people. And that includes having someone in our life, be it a very best friend in the world that's completely platonic, or marriage, family, kids. It goes to both ends here. I understand some people have long-term platonic relationships as well. Relationships can be complex. But I feel like this shifting of Pluto is going to allow you to transform a lot of this negative energy that you've been dealing with. Boy, a whole bunch just popped out, and I'm going to reshuffle there. We have the Seven of Swords that popped out. We have the Page of Coins. The Seven of Swords here. With the Page of Coins here. I feel like you tell yourself a lot of lies about yourself. You have filled your head with illusions, delusions about yourself that are rooted in other people's past behaviors towards you. And I need you to, for a moment, to expand the possibility that their words towards you were really a reflection of their own internal mechanisms of hell. Okay. Some of you guys have been treated really badly. Okay. And I feel it. And I'm not going to trigger you. I really don't want to do that. But I'm just telling you, I feel it. And understand that the words said, the actions took towards you really have to do with this person's, their own personal nightmare. Okay. It doesn't make it okay. It's never okay. All right. Auntie Amy would never say it's okay for anyone to treat you the way you've been treated. All right. This is betrayal, lying. This Seven of Swords feels like violation of will. It feels like someone just really took advantage of you. And the Page of Coins here feels very innocent. And I feel like, see how this page, and I'm reading this intuitively, see how this page here has given up his head and now has a coin for a head. It feels like disassociation to me. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's you. I really and truly am. Tell me more. The Magician, the Hermit, and the World. So, the Magician, the Hermit, and the World. So, there's change coming for you. This time of isolation, for some of you that are currently in this isolation, you may have people around you, but you still feel this isolation energy. It's time for you to use this time for your personal growth. Okay, transform this time from a time where you feel lonely to where you're busy working on transforming yourself. Okay, working on transforming your energy. Follow your curiosity. I always tell people this when it comes to like spiritual practices or, therapies or healing modalities. Go where you're curious, hobbies, things like that. Start to really develop yourself. Develop your gifts and abilities. Invest in yourself during this time. I feel like there's a pathway opening for you with the world, a new chapter. But it has to do with you investing in this time. So if you feel hermited and alone, transform the alone time into a time of growth and investment. Because the hermit it isn't just, oh, I'm alone. The hermit is a path of self-mastery, of self-growth, of self-reflection, growing your psychic and spiritual abilities. It's a path of becoming Gandalf, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like it is a mystical, magical path of following your light, following your passion, following your dreams, okay? Invest in yourself because there is going to come a time of union for you and happiness. The union happens first within self. This union of self. This radical transformation of the presence of who you are coming forward. Learning to trust yourself. Having compassion for yourself. Allowing the universe to work on your behalf. Understanding that the dreams you have, the aspirations you have, the hopes you have, they need to be grounded because they can't happen. Okay, but you got to release a lot of these blocking energies, a lot of this internal dialogue that keeps you in the loneliness of isolation. Understand that the isolation you feel can be used as a path for growth. Instead of looking at it as being lonely, look at it as I am alone and this is time for me to invest in myself and learn more about myself and grow and transform. Because there's a power recall going on. This is you calling back your power, you healing yourself. And as you heal, one of the learned truths you're going to find is that you indeed want love. Not only do you want love in your life, you want people in your life. You want your tribe. You don't want just anybody, though. You want the right person, okay? And the universe is going to ask you, what is the right person? And you're going to know. You're going to know. Tell me about this union. We want to know. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords. You will have absolute clarity about who this is. Okay. When they show up, you'll know. Okay. For some of you, they could be in your life right now and you're confused and you don't know. Okay. You'll have clarity. These cards just threw out of the deck. I just threw them out of the deck. So we're going to take them. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. Let's see. We have the Hierophant and the Queen of Coins. Okay, you guys. Now, I understand that there is some resistance, okay? Because this, for some of you, feels like a long way away. It's a process. For some of you, it's not a long way away, but, you know, there's issues. There's been issues. You're unsure. This is about learning to trust yourself. You're just not there yet. But I feel like when you meet this person, you'll know. The Seven of Wands, intuitively, this feels like thoughts. And for some of you, this is like spirit guides, ancestors. They're going to tell you. You're going to get signs of clarity about this person. All right? You're going to know. And we have the Hierophant here. This is like official, traditional. It feels like marriage for some of you. Some of you guys will marry this person. They could be an earth sign, okay? And we have the Queen of Coins here, which is the Queen of Pentacles. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That could be you as well. But I feel like this connection will be very healing. They'll be very nurturing. It'll be very supportive. It will also be very abundant, okay? Some of you guys will have kids with this person. All right. It also will be a relationship where you're allowed to be independent. You won't have to like morph into another person to be with this person. You won't have to lose your identity. You will be allowed to be who you truly are, yet be in the kind of relationship that makes you comfortable. Some of you will want a traditional relationship. Some of you will not. And that's where the Queen of Pentacles comes into play because she's an independent queen. Okay, so either way you go on that, it feels like that comes into fulfillment for you. But I don't feel like it's something that just steamrolls into your life. It comes through a process of healing and of you getting to know some truths about yourself that make you uncomfortable. And it's hard. It's hard to be vulnerable to self when you've had to be so strong to survive. And that takes time. It takes compassion of self, okay? Now, I want you to know with this Ingenuity card that underneath all of this is also a lot of talent, okay? All three piles have talent here, and you certainly do. And I feel like for you guys, out of all of the groups, yours is more suppressed, okay? And I feel like it has to do with you discovering more about yourself through this hermiting process, through this process of self-knowledge. So I encourage you to go into that. Okay, go into a process of really getting to know yourself, of committing to the path of self-knowledge. It's going to bring you nothing but a good outcome, really. And I feel like it'll help you have clarity about how to move through your life in ways you wouldn't have been brave enough to move in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Before this, I feel like there's a lot of confidence that's going to move into your life. Because I feel like there's a radical healing here. And I feel like your soul tribe is coming for a lot of you. And it has to do with you walking into your power. Okay. They're going to be attracted to that. Now, some of you guys have your soul tribe, but they're not as close to you as they could be. They can't be truly helpful to you until you let them in. And for some of you, you've kept them at arm's length for a lot of different reasons. And I see that changing. For some of you with the world card, I see you moving, you changing locations. For some of you, it's a different state. For some of you, it's a different block. And for others, it's a different country. For some of you, this person, you haven't met them yet. This is the love of your life, and they live in a different place. And you're going to be moving towards them or them towards you. And it may be a long distance for a while, and that's okay. And you may meet them at a time that you're healing, and they will help you along the journey. They will help you with your healing. So it feels like it's complicated and it's different for different people. So be sure to take what resonates here. All right. Yeah, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies next time. Bye, guys.